Yo, what up, everybody? So, you know what? I honestly believe that every parent in this world should have to have their kid taken from them for at least a month, 2 months at the maximum, but at least a month. And then I think at the end of that month or 2 months, I think they should be given the opportunity to decide whether they want their children back or whether they want to live their life without their children and, just regular, everyday adults. I honestly do believe a lot of people would probably decide not to get their kids back. I mean, it's sad, but in reality, I seriously believe that's how a lot of people would act. I mean, I see a lot of people fronting and acting like they're happy to be parents, but you can pretty much tell that they're just doing that for the likes and the comments. I mean, this is my daughter out there running and picking up the balls right now. Being a part of your kid's life is not an option. I get called an extreme parent all the time and I overdo it and everything else because I make sure to be a part of my kid's life. I drive 35 minutes to drop her off at school. I packed up and left where I lived to move down to South Florida to make sure that I was not going to miss moments with her. But that doesn't make me an extreme parent. It's just what you're supposed to do whenever you have a kid. I mean, the kid didn't ask to be here. The least you could do is be there for your kid. I literally drive almost 100 miles a day. I don't hesitate to drive up here right now, which is 30 minutes from my home, so that she can be here and go to practice. But if you look around, I'm like the only parent out here. And I get it. It's just practice. Really. It's just practice. But at the same time, man, the way that this world is, the way that this world has been, nobody's promised tomorrow. And I'd hate to think that I miss moments with my child to go sit and play video game or just relax and talk on the phone or sit in my car instead. It matters to these kids that they see us there. It matters to these kids that we're a part of their practices, that we're a part of their games, that we're there to support them. It's one of the things that constantly stays in my head is how my dad was always at my football games, how he was always at my basketball games, how he was always at my track meets. He never missed anything. He was always there, And that's why I'm here. Because it is that important to be a part of my child's life. When my son goes up to Atlanta or whatever to go hang out with his dad and, he has a little basketball game up there, then I'll drive from South Florida to Atlanta to watch his basketball games. Because that's what you do as a parent. Unless you're dead broke and you just can't afford it, man, then you reach out and you go above and beyond for your kid. You support your child. That's what you do. It matters to them when they see you there. It matters to them that you're in the crowd. It matters to them that you're cheering. It matters to them that you're looking at them. Even as I'm talking to you, I'm looking up so my daughter sees. I'm still watching. It matters to them. But does it matter to you? It's like y'all can think of a million other things of how you feel on why you're not doing it. Whether you're just not in the mood to go to their games or not feeling like it, or you've had a long day or whatever. Man, I don't care if I run myself ragged. I will be there for my kids, always. You'll always see my face in the crowd screaming and yelling for my kids. If I'm the only parent there, that's the way it is. I don't care. And you should be the same way too, because your kids appreciate it and they deserve it. They deserve it. So make an effort. If I can drive 30 minutes just for a 1 hour practice, do 100 miles a day, pack up and leave my state and move to another state and sleep on my luggage for 2 weeks, if I can do that, if I can make sure that my daughter in California sees my face every single morning because I set an alarm to make sure I FaceTime her before school, I make sure I try to call her every day when I get home, I make sure I go pick her up every summer, bring her over here to come stay with me. I put forth every effort that I need to make sure I'm a part of my kid's life. If I can do that and I have a little one that's 2 days away, You have no excuse. If you live a couple minutes away, if you live a couple hours away of not being a part of your kid's life, they deserve it. Make the effort. That's my 2 cents. Spend it how you want to. Oh, she's about to bat, I think. Yeah, she's about to bat. Let's see if she gets a hit. She's so nonchalant sometimes. Let's see. See, she'll end this video perfect with a nice hit. Hey, spin it how you want to.